Ang wish ko this year, magkaroon ng masagana at manumbalik ang ating normal na buhay katulad ng dati. At syempre, magkaroon ng maraming broom broom katulad nito. At para lalong mas masaya, let's include the house with parkings para sa aking mga toy collections. I-share ko rin sa inyo yung design process kung paano nabuo ang bahay from scratch up to this stage. Para magkaroon kayo ng idea kung paano gumawa ng bahay ang isang arkitekto. So stay tuned and sit back and relax. Ako nga po pala si Aldrin Ortiz Marin, creative artist at isa po akong licensed architect na nakabase sa Kuwait at active member ng United Architects of the Philippines Kuwait chapter. Shout out UAPKC at sa lahat ng mga arkitekto sa buong mundo. Mabuhay ang arkitektong Filipino. Let's get started. Okay, so this presentation is for the design process of a contemporary house with car parking garage intended for the cars that you have seen on the earlier video. However, contemporary is an architectural style which is the upgraded version ng modern design architecture. Whereas simplicity is there, but we are introducing an element that is more interesting and more striking. So I have chosen 3 essential components to complete the design process. One is the site information and the client requirements. So once the architect gathered all this information, pwede na siyang mag-move on to the next step, which is the initial conceptualization and design ideas. So ang architect ay magpo-produce siya ng mga options, 3 options normally. Then once the client choose the right one, the gusto niyang design, so then the architect will gonna proceed on the final design process. Okay, so let's move on to the site information. Ang site location natin ay nasa paanan ng Mount Arayat, which is nasa kabilang side ng bundok. Ang Mount Arayat is located at the northern part of the Philippines, which is in Pampanga, around 1.5 hour travel from Manila. This is our site, and the mountain is bounded by these 4 municipalities, and on the left side, nandito ang Clark International Airport, which is close to our site. Now, the distance is around less than 30 kilometers or around more or less than 45 minutes drive. So this is the closer look of our site, and the area is 984 square meters, 24 by 41, and the road level here is 275 meters above sea level. Ang lot natin ay slightly sloping, and then on the upper part is sudden drop. May parang bangin dito. And then on the top side is may malaking bato. Next is sun orientation and wind directions. The image below that has shaded part, ito yung sun angle variation between June to December. This sun path direction studies is really important in considering the sustainable design para ma-orient natin ang building at the same time ma-position natin yung mga rooms sa tamang lugar. Ma-maximize natin ang power ng sun to gain the maximum amount of energy kung gagamit tayo ng solar panels or solar roof tiles. Moving back to the sun path direction, and ito yung orientation ng ating lot. Whereas on the top right here is the northeast wind, which is malamig, somewhere around in December. And then on the opposite side is this hanging habagat, which is on June, na medyo mainit at may humidity. Wind directions are really important to consider in the design process for us to have a nice natural ventilation within the building, or what they call cross ventilation. Lastly, the available views and sceneries. Again, this is our site location. Ito po ang mga sceneries na makikita natin sa gawing kaliwa. More than 180 degrees ang ating vision dito. So lahat ng nasa lower ground ay makikita mo. At the same time, on the right side, which we are facing the mountain itself. So, ang level difference natin from lower land is parang nasa top tayo ng Eiffel Tower, which is almost same height, 276 meters from the ground, and you are overlooking this area. Tanaw mo ang Angeles City, Magalang, at small part ng San Antonio. So, let's move on to the client space requirements. So these are the spaces we will provide on each level. This is our site. It is sloping like this. At nag-sudden drop siya, as I've mentioned earlier, dito. So let's now insert our CAD file. So it's something like this. So this is our latest plan, and we'll start now to do the SketchUp model. This end part, it is projecting, it's hanging on the air. Cantilever bali to. I'll just fast forward this while I'm doing the SketchUp model here. So this will be our massing, and we will develop the concept which we have taken on the scale model car. Yung pinaka-roof niya, yun yung concept natin as hood. Ayan. Okay. Yes. So like that. It's something like this. So which one is your suggested form? So well, on my side, basically this is the basis of that. And then while progressing, ito na yung naging suggested form natin, which is actually some kind of symbolizing, you know, the mountain here, and then the this form represents the rock which is popping out on the surface of the sloping land of the mountain. Okay, so ganon ang the way na on my process of doing the design, I actually start with basic geometries, and you know, to get the proper arrangement of the spaces, at the same time yung location nila, and then I'm adapting whatever it is existing elements na available on site to maximize, you know, the view over here. So I decided to extend this one. I-adapt natin yung idea ni Sir Frank Lloyd Wright naman dito sa baba. Parang style siya na falling water. Ayan, ganito. Tulad ng image na in-attach ko dito. Ayan. Alright? I will just show you the, you know, the almost completed model natin. Let's find out on the next video. Okay? Thanks so much. Guys, I'm back again for the final design ng ating model. Here it goes. This is the lower ground. So, meron tayong ramp which is coming from the ground floor. Then, we have this 6 number of car parks. This is the pedestrian entrance, or pwede rin pumasok yung car kasi allotted dito yung wide opening ng door. Now, as you can see here, yung rack is extended up to the lower part ng lot natin. So basically, we did not touch it, and respecting the nature as well. So we took advantage on this element. We made it as a feature wall. So makikita natin yan sa perspective. So ginawa natin ng very organic yung design natin. And then on this plain wall, naglagay ako ng panoramic view ng car racing here para hindi siya maging boring. May yung feeling na nanonood ka ng car racing. So here is the visual room. and then modified this because of there's a space, a vacant space here, and then I took an advantage of that na ginawa ko siyang curvature at nilagyan ko siya ng shelves dito, forming na adapting yung fins ng car, yung parang dito yung sa gilid ng car. So inadapt ko rin dito para yung motif ng design natin ng automotive design is adapted on our building itself. Now let's move on to the ground floor. Yeah, okay. Meron tayong wide open space on the frontage ng building. At the same time, meron tayong dalawang parking space just in case na merong visitor, so they can just leave out their cars on this area. I have used this one. This is my favorite, form, which is they call it the Fibonacci form, which is adapted on nature. So actually, this is a golden ratio. They call golden form. So you can see this on your thumb. Kung papansinin mo yung thumb mo, merong ganito, yung tenga, ganun din. Also, makikita mo rin sa nature yan. Kung pagka may typhoon or hurricane, makikita mo yung side foliage. After dropping off the passenger, then guy can go here easily anywhere on this place. So upon arriving sa porch, so may nasa kanyang option. So andito yung pinaka center ng ating circulation. At the same time, yung consideration natin sa ventilation, as I mentioned earlier, yung direction ng hangin natin is papasok dito yung hangin, and at the same time lalabas dito yung exhaust niya. So that means yung cross ventilation natin dito is very effective. Okay? So ganito siya ang itsura. Ayan. So dito open and then open here. So nag-circulate ng maayos dito ang hangin. This is the main gate here. At naglagay tayo ng shade, which is adapting the form ng main building. So once na you have reached the right spot, you're gonna see these geometries. Okay? You might ask why the gate is missing. Ganito yung system na in-apply ko, which I found in the internet. Na naka-hide siya. Tesla is also using this. Tesla cars. So, which means this is very, effective and very clean gate. So, meron siyang opening sa baba at may mechanical mechanism on below. Meron siyang counterweight. At the same time, may mga pulley. And there's a machine here. Yeah, so that's it. Alright, let's move on to the back side, which is the infinity pool area. So the intention of this pool, why it is bottom glass, to provide an extra light for the parking below. Actually, huge amounts of source of light for this area down below. And the purpose of that also, parang ganito siya. Ganyan. So, ginamit nila sa isang tower, isang building. And the effect is exactly the same. So, whenever you are swimming, you're gonna see the elements below. Okay? So, the effect is something like this. So, kung nasa baba ka, makikita mo sila. Kung nasa taas ka naman, within the pool, you're gonna see from pool to below. Yes, something like that. Let's move on to the first floor. You're gonna see these just only a single room, which basically the intention of it is just only to arrest sa isang couple or a bachelor. So to access this area, you need to take this spiral stair, as well as on the upper floors. Kapag nakatayo ka dyan, you are overlooking the infinity pool. You're gonna see it, as well as the view in front of you. All right, let's talk about the structural support of this leaning roof. Actually, during the earlier design, I've asked my former colleague in Qatar. He is a structural engineer, and he's based now in the Philippines, I believe. So, tinanong ko siya kung uh, tatayo ba tong roof na to. So, what he have answered me was a very polite and very professional answer. So, ganito yung sagot niya. Sir, magwo-work kaya ito? Imaginary project ko for my vlog. So, he have answered, kung ako tatanungin mo, at sa abot ng aking makakaya, syempre, ang sagot ko. What you can imagine, I can engineer it for you. So very well said, sir. Tinanong niya ako kung ano yung mga support niya. So, as you can see here on the red marks, so these are the basic support of the structure. Then, ang sabi niya is, as long as you have the sufficient rigid member that will carry the other extended members, it is assumed it will be able to support itself and any loads. Parang punong kahoy. Yan. Parang punong kahoy din. Sabi nga ni architect Oliver Austria, you have a big brain move. Okay. So, big shout out to you, sir. Asisclo Villafuerte. Alright. So, during those development, I have already anticipated the framing of this roof, paano siya mag-work. So, basically, i-develop ko siya after that discussion. Ganito yung framing niya. So, yung transfer load niya, manggagaling dito. Ayan siya. From here, towards to the main structure ng concrete, dito siya magta-transfer load. At the same time, susupport din ito ng mga box section na pipe na to. So eventually, during the design development, so the structure will gonna decide how much would be the size of this support they required as per to their calculation. So, ganun yung sistema ng ating framing. Let's move on to the glazing. Basically, ang in-apply kong system dito for the glass, since they are a full height glazing from flooring to up to the soffit of the roof, we should use a safety glass. So since they are very wide and tall, just in case na may tumamang bato or malakas na hangin, hindi ganun kadaling mabasag or magsha-shatter. Kasi the system we will gonna use is a laminated glass, which is something like this. So dalawang glazing on both sides, and then sandwich yung resin or glue film na tinatawag nila or interlayer. Mare-reduce yung risk of injury. And then on the openings and then glass door, as you can see, they are bifold. This is the system we're gonna use on the doors and the full height windows. Okay. Something like this. For this white band on this leaning roof, we will gonna use a lightweight material to reduce the extra heavy load for this structure. We will gonna use a GFRC, which we have used on our recent projects in the office.
GFRC stands for glass fiber reinforced concrete, and that's what it's known as in the United States, but the rest of the world it's called GRC.
I like GRC better.
It's a little shorter, but just happens to be how the names evolved over time. So what it is basically is a Portland cement sand slurry mixed with glass fiber, which has very high tensile strengths and impact resistance. And overall, it's a very versatile casting system. It can be used for a lot of different types of applications, from big architectural pieces to small ornamental things. Very versatile in the color, very versatile in the different finishes you can achieve.
All right, how about the roofing finish? The intention of this roof while it is leaning is to direct this surface to the maximum power of the sun para makagain tayo ng energy coming from the sun. Alright, now instead of using the conventional solar panel, so I have searched this Tesla roof tiles, which is like a miniaturized solar panel into a small piece like this.
Elon Musk unveiled prototypes of Tesla's solar roof tiles in October 2016. They came in 4 styles that looked just like normal roofing material, but were essentially miniaturized versions of traditional solar panels.
So why did we use this color? It was simply because of this. We have adapted this 2 vintage cars that has a unique color, and color contrasting is very nice. What do you think? Unique, right? Very smart move. Very big brain move. Sabi nga ni Architect Oliver again. Alright. And that completes our presentation for this design process on this unique building. Whoever may interested on this design, please do not hesitate to contact me. I'll just provide my information down below on the description. And I hope you have learned a lot on this presentation. At sa mga di pa po nakapag-subscribe sa channel ko, please do so. At para updated kayo sa mga upcoming videos, hope to see you next time.